All right, now we are at the stove, and let's see, let me show you my chicken cooking. It's just simmering a little bit. It's just nice chicken breast. You could use dark meat if you wanted. I happen to buy chicken breasts, and I'm just gonna raise that fire a titch. Whoop, whoop. Thank goodness I have a dishwasher. All right, so I'm just covering these up a little bit, turning them, I should say. All right, now on my little vegetable concoction. Chris, can you smell it? Whoa, look how pretty it is. I could be like, see, I'm going to show it to you because it's really pretty. Just lots of nice fresh vegetables. I'm going to toss in some tomatoes shortly to add a little bit of red. And tomatoes juice things up a little bit. And here's what I'm also going to do. I think we need to add just a little bit more olive oil. And, all right, Martini and Rossi extra dry vermouth. Also good in a martini, but very nice in a little creation like I'm doing. A lot of times, here's the deal. If I have like open a bottle of wine or something, like I happen to have a bottle of, I don't know, a little rosé. I have a glass, half a glass, and then I have it left over. So if I'm cooking something on the stove, I just add some wine because that's what famous chefs do. They cook with wine. So I figured, why not try it? And eventually, it tastes good. And I tend to do things that are fun for me to experiment. And that's, if I have any message, which this isn't really about messages, but just have fun with it. I know a lot of people don't find cooking fun, but it really can be fun if you just get creative with it. Okay, enough of that. Let's add more stuff. Okay, little tomatoes. These are these little grape tomatoes. You can do cherry. You can just do a regular tomato and chop it up. This is a good tomato season again. On this particular pan, it's non-stick, so I can use just a regular tong. Tongs are really good. That's one thing I learned in my meatloaf business. I always used to use spoons and spatulas. Everything in a food service place is like a tong. And I tell you, once you've used a tong, you will never use anything else again. Okay, I gotta show you this. Whoa, pretty. I'm not sure how it'll taste, but look how pretty. Again, it's just all these gorgeous, nice vegetables, and they're sort of simmering, cooking down. Maybe I'll add a little bit more vermouth. Okay. Sometimes I've added too much vermouth, and then I'm thinking, ooh, too much. Now, I'm gonna put a little pepper. I tend to do like mostly kind of basic spices. I know a lot of people like lots of different spices, but I'm kind of a salt and pepper kind of person. And I might add a little bit of chili powder in this just to give it a teeny kick. The chicken is getting very nice. Whoop, woo, very nice. Simmering up nicely in a little olive oil. That's my go-to. You could probably use like Mazola or corn oil. I tend to use just a little bit of olive oil. Okay, cooking. Now, as I mentioned, I'm really into olives. I might want to do a little olive just for that extra. Chris?
Yes.
Yes? You vote yes on the olives. Oh, yeah. All right, then you know what we'll do? I might hold off before we put them in, just kind of towards the very end. What's nice about this, again, it was so simple, and we've done it really quickly. Little farmer's market trip, or just Jewel, or any grocery store, or wherever you get your veggies. Nice and fresh. Never want to overcook them. I'd rather have them be chewy and, you know, kind of crunchy rather than that sort of icky color green. Blah. That is not very good for Fun to see the chicken's coming along nicely. So what we would be doing with this then, well, let's see. You know what? Let's do this. We got time. We're going to do it. Another pan. I'm creating some dishes though, so you got to be comfortable with doing the dishes. We're going to just do a little fresh pasta, and when this is all done, it's going to go over the fresh pasta. But hold on. You can do, fresh is good because it's fast and, you know, it just tastes nice. So I put a fire on a little water, and in about 2 minutes, I'll add some fresh pasta. Now here's what I think I'm gonna do. I've pre-cooked, notice how I said, here's what I think I'm gonna do. And you're probably thinking, well, what, does she know what she's doing? Well, yeah, I think I do. I am going to take this chicken and now put it into the vegetables and let it even cook a bit further. I got it nice and kind of browned in the beginning. Okay, so let's do this. Let's just add some over here. These are big hunks of chicken, and if I were doing it for company, maybe I would make the pieces of chicken a little bit smaller. But for me and Chris, yeah, we're just kind of making it big and chunky. All the veggies are chunky. Now this is something that is, I'm saying cooking for one. The kind of the cool thing about this creation that I've just made is there'll be leftovers because I won't be able to eat all of it in one night. So we'll have some nice leftovers. Now, one other thing I'm going to do, sometimes I like to add like basil. This is dried basil. I don't know, because it gives it a little bit of an Italian spin. So let's add that. Then we're going to add, the olives. I think it's time to pop these little puppies in. Okay. Just put a few. And you know, you could use green olives. Not everybody likes olives. Again, I'm an olive person, and I've gotten to the point in my life, I like to eat what I like. You know, some people, I had this conversation with a friend the other day. I love bananas. She doesn't like bananas, and we've decided that she doesn't have to eat them, and I do, because I like them. You get to a certain point in your life, and like, you're gonna eat what you like to eat. So I'm kind of into olives. Olives, garlic, and olive oil, and lemon. There you go. All right, now let me show this to you. Getting heavy though. Yeah. All right, let's see. Can you see it? Looking good. Chicken, big hunks of chicken, a little bit of basil, nice Kalamata olives. My pasta is not quite, water's not quite done yet, but it will be. Now, so should I add, Chris? Should we add a little bit of chili powder? Chili, you know, chilies?
Yeah, let's give it a kick.
Little kick? You want a little kick? Okay. All right. I know. Everybody, all my nieces and nephews tell me, because I like sometimes bland food, so I'm gonna just a little crushed chili, just a little. I mean, not see, just a little bit in my hand. I didn't measure it. I know you don't need to measure it. Now, if you're baking, you have to measure, but we're not baking. You know, that's a totally different thing. This is just making stuff over the stove, which is good in the winter, it's good in the spring, it's good really in any season. Okay, I think we're looking good. Now we just, okay, pasta's cooking. I'm gonna get the pasta out of the fridge. 1 minute. Okay, this is a little bit of fresh linguine, which is nice. Okay, now, Chris, you can help me decide. We have, all right, looks like we have a red pepper one. We have a green one, spinach, and just a plain semolina one. What color?
I'm going plain.
Plain, And why?
So it has the most contrast with all the veggies.
Yes, I totally agree. All right, so we're gonna just dump this in. We'll put a couple in here. Okie doke. Well, let's just set this here for now. There was a holiday once where I had like 10 people here in my little teeny kitchen. But we managed. We just climbed over everybody. Okay. Okay, the veggies are starting to get a slightly darker green, so I'm going to cut the fire. Because I want them to stay nice and pretty and green. That pasta is going to be done shortly. And then we will drain it. Oh, you know what else you can do? See, this is something else I learned from my mother. If you wanted the vegetable chicken creation, let's call it a creation, to have a little bit more liquid in it, once your pasta's done, which it's, because it's fresh, it takes like 2 seconds, you can put a little bit of the water from the pasta into this. And I'm going to do that because I think we want to juice this up just a titch more. Whoa. Here, so I'm just pouring the pasta. Here, it's steaming into the other thing. Pasta will be done. 2 seconds. Let's put that fire back on. It's like I think about this when I'm in my kitchen. I'm like all over everything. I'm like here, but that's the fun part to me. To me. Maybe not to everybody, but it is fun. And then when you eat it, you sit down with your watermelon salad and your little glass of wine, and you think, oh my gosh, I made this, and this is good. And actually, this is pretty healthy. Now, I don't do everything that's always healthy, but this is healthy and summery and tasty. Okay, I think we're gonna drain the pasta because it's done enough. Right, Chris?
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Put this here. Okay, I am gonna get a, whoops. I think we have to,
Oh, did it stop?
I have to stop it to get a dish.
Oh, okay.